All right. What's up, family? How y'all doing this wonderful day? I want to bring this quick, brief message to you all. All you all who didn't know me. Of course, it was just mostly all of you all. I've done some speaking engagements, some singles events, things of that nature. Besides publishing 2 books about the gospel. So I got a lot of friends, a lot of experience about relationships. Say it with me, relationships. So, it's something that's dear to my heart about, the beauty of relationships and working things out. So I want to talk about the 3 keys that make any successful relationship. 3 keys that I identified that makes a successful relationship, right? The first key, right? That makes it it's about compatibility in a relationship. So the first key is the spiritual, right? Spiritual. And they're not in any specific order. I'm just giving them, they're not any priority or whatever like that. But spirituality, right? The first key on compatibility is spiritual. Are you spiritually compatible? It doesn't matter if you're both Christians, both Muslims, both atheists, whatever their compatibility is, you need to be compatible in the spirituality, right? And also that entails the level of spirituality because, having been divorced before, we were at a different level. Even though we were both Christians, we were at a different level. So we was always, kind of at all with one another. We both we accepted Christ and everything, but it was always this disconnect, So I would say, even though it's a spirituality thing, you still want to be on equal plane. And the Bible says, for those who are Christians, be not unequally yoked. That's what the Bible says, right? But like I say, this message is for everyone who's in a relationship. Okay, so the second area of compatibility will be obviously the sexual, right? Sexuality, right? Now, what do I mean about sexuality? This would be whether or not, obviously, you're compatible in the bedroom. That's understandable, right? And personally, being a minister and a Christian, I don't believe in sex outside of marriage. That's just my personal viewpoint. But I do believe that there's a way to find out your compatibility even before you jump the broom. Because there's a level of intimacy, whether it's kissing, hugging, whatever, conversation, engaging. You can kind of gauge a person, where they're at, as far as sexuality, right? So, because especially being somebody who doesn't believe in sex outside of marriage, you don't want to get married to somebody and then all of a sudden you get in the bedroom and they're pulling out the whips and chains and, and swinging from the chandeliers and you're like, oh my God, what have I done? So you want to make sure that you're compatible sexuality. This includes the sex drive. Are you compatible sexually? One have a higher sex drive than the other. Are you sexually attracted to that person? So that, it has to be, within the same range, right? So that you got that sexuality. The third, this is the big kahuna. This is what I call the natural. What do I mean by that? Well, simply put, the natural covers everything that's outside of church and outside the bedroom, right? It is very broad. It's very broad so it means in anything that's dealing with everyday life. Can you all get along? Do you all, if you just sit in the room with that person, can you just accept them as they are? Just, hey, we sitting here, we like each other. Or do there has to be a third party or some type of activity in order for you all to get along pretty comfortably, right? And then there's also the domestication part of it. Who's the breadwinner? How do y'all take care of kids? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be the head of the household, or is you going to be share responsibility? And I don't have no, I'm not sharing my viewpoint one way or the other. I know better than that. But what I'm saying is, you all need to address that prior to, moving forward in a relationship. See, and keep in mind what I said about a successful relationship. A successful relationship. This is what's required to have a successful relationship, not a sustainable relationship. There's a difference. There's a difference between a successful relationship and a sustainable relationship. A sustainable relationship is just a relationship that's being sustained. I mean, you don't like him and she don't like, you and all, you know what I'm saying? And, I think about with Living Color when they had this old couple on there. And I can't think of their name right now. They've been married for 50-something, 60 years. And they've been trying to kill each other the whole time. And they said, we still together. Yeah. So, so to be successful in a relationship, you need to have this compatibility in all three areas. Once again, those areas are the spirituality, are you connected spiritually, and also the sexuality, and then the natural. Now, another thing that this does, this allows you to identify the area of problem in a relationship, right? It allows you to identify the area of problem in a relationship. So, case in point, if you all are sexually compatible, right, and that's not an issue, right, you can check that off the box as, okay, we're good here. But when it comes to spirituality, we have a problem. We're on two different pages. Am I making sense? You know what I'm saying? Or we can be good spiritually, sexually, but on the natural, we don't like each other. And then you can get to the root problem to find out what is the reason behind that. You can get a solution because now you can identify the problem, right? And I heard a minister say, you can't fix what you can't identify, right? You can't fix anything you can't identify. So by recognizing these three areas of compatibility, you're able to now at least put your finger on it and call it out and then address that one issue. Now, this just means I've done counseling, different things of that nature, but I'm not a psychologist. I went to school for psychology, many moons ago, but I'm not certified psychologist, nothing like that. So this is just my take on it. You can take it or leave it. I'm just trying to give friendly advice to help you out. So with that being said, I'm praying for you. Godspeed and God bless. Oh, also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe channel and the subscribe button and the like button, and we'll be in touch soon. God bless.
Mother Brooks, I don't know how we can thank you for all your advice.
Who needs a marriage counselor? After 50 years of being together, y'all got to be the expert on staying together.
That's true, sweetheart. I can't believe what people today get divorced over.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember when Mr. Brooks here, when I caught him in bed with your Aunt Louise and your cousin Lester. I said to myself, well, at least he's keeping it in the family.
Well, the water got rough, but the ship didn't sink.
That's right, honey. We were raised to believe that when people got married, they should stay married through thick and through thin.
Oh, yes, sir.
For better, for worse.
Till death do us part. Now, that's exactly how it's going to be. Me and Miss Brooks going to be together till the day that we die.
Well, I hope that's a long time coming. Now, y'all two take care here. We love you both.
All right, now.
Bye, children.
Mrs. Brooks, looking at your tired, dried up, wrinkled husk of a body made me a mite thirsty. Would you mind fixing me a nice cold glass of lemonade?
Oh, why, certainly, Mr. Brooks. Anything to help a man who can't stand on his own 2 feet because he ain't got no spine. Here you go, Mr. Brooks, your lemonade.
Glory be. Yeah, and here's to 50 years of being together.
Mr. Brooks, you ain't gonna light up one of those old nasty foul-smelling cigars, are you?
Well, yes, I am. This the only thing in this house that ever gave me satisfaction.
Oh, well, what do you expect, Mr. Brooks? That stinky cigar is smoking better than you ever have.
Well, now, long as we on the subject of funky smells, Miss Brooks. Them feet of yours is so big and nasty, you the only woman I know can fill up a mason jar with her own toe jam.
That's mighty ironic coming from you, Mr. Brooks. With all that burping and passing gas you do, I don't know if I'm sleeping with my husband on Mount Pinatubo. Oh, Mr. Brooks, I think I'd like to get a better look at your life insurance policy. Do you mind plugging that lamp in over there for me?
Well, not at all, Miss Brooks, not at all. Let me just find this thing.
Are you grounded, Mr. Brooks?
Beg your pardon?
Oh, I hope I didn't wet you. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I guess it ain't as wet as it usually get when you forget to wear that diaper in bed.
Well, I'll wear my diaper if you wear some socks. Those toes of yours look like a row of Brazil nuts.
If you so worried about covering things up, please, would you stop wearing them see-through negligees? Your body make my stomach spark. You got so much hair on your chest, I needed weed whacker to find up one of them old shriveled lopsided nipples you got.
Is that so? Well, Mr. Brooks, with your false teeth, your glass eye, your wooden leg, your plastic hip, your pacemaker, and your hearing aid, you got more attachments than a Hoover automatic.
At least my parts ain't drooping, Miss Brooks. Your butt hangs so low.